Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Grille Tier 5 German SPG. It's located on the south spawn of Steps Encounter and it's being commanded by Talon 1958. Okay, battle started and he's not hanging around, he's moving as far east as he can, as quickly as he can. Yet some of the heavies are moving down to the corner. They're going to engage the guys who are well, trying to come south, but no, Talon's going to make his way over to the east side so he can get shots on the cap. It's got a 15cm howitzer mounted in a hull that actually came from a Hetzer. Yep, that's a Hetzer hull, or a Panzer 38T, Panzerkampfwagen 38T, which of course was derived from the Light Viz 38, which of course was a Czech tank. Well, anyway, it was made at Pilsen. And they made, I think it was 262 of these. And they were actually quite efficient, but they only came into the use in the Wehrmacht towards the end of the war. 18.89 seconds, or is it 18.99 seconds on the reload. And he's got his firing position now, and he's extending his aim to hit the enemy. Well, the enemy hasn't taken the cat yet. They've got a couple of tanks nearby, T50 and a Striv M42-57, which actually, although it says 57, actually has a 75mm gun. That was a near miss. Over here we've got a P43, which is an Italian Tier 5. Probably one of the worst of the Italian tanks. Yep, reasonably the worst. T50, Tier 5 Soviet. Oh, he's running away. That's the precursor, you might say, of the T52. In fact, actually, it's after the A20, I believe. Oh, he's gone. T28. This should be an easy kill if we can get the shots on target. And he's... Oh, no, he moved. Rounds out. Oh, no, it's missed. I think Talon had an inkling that that guy was going to move, and maybe he should have just held fire just for a moment, just to see what he did next. Because he just moved behind the P43. But he's going for the Striv M42-57, which is a Striv M42 tank. A Second World War tank, just with a new turret. The oscillating turret that the French had. And they fitted to the AMX 13-ton tanks. And that's why it has a 75mm gun, not the 57mm gun. Oh, this is good. Rounds out. This should hit. Oh! Unlucky it hit the top of that ridge line. Very unlucky, because two tanks together like that, you get double bubble. Well, he's now going to try and hit the T50. If he does hit it, he could actually wipe it out. But the Striv 42-57 where he is looks even better. Well, yep, he did hit the T50 for 107 hit points. And he's now changing position so he can shoot over the hill. But he's right up against the edge of the map here. You can't get much further to the east. I know I take the map borders out because it makes the map look bigger. Oh! And the Striv M42-57 just met his death at the hands of a Hummel. Okay, we're looking at that T28. He's loaded, dialed in, rounds out, and kill shot. Armour on that tank is so light it makes it very easy to kill. Note to Arty players, that is the same hull used for your Su-8. Beware. An Arty round hitting the hull can do a lot of damage. P43 goes down. M8A1 Tier 4 American turreted tank destroyer. Very weak armour. But he's hiding behind that T28, which makes the Hetzer a better target, actually. But the Hetzer's just been killed. Talon goes for the M8A1, gets the direct hit and wipes him out! So that's his second kill. So 7-2. It looks like it's a bit of a walkover here. 5 enemy tanks up on the enemy, but don't let these figures fool you, because things can change fairly rapidly. Talon's moving up as well. They'll give him a faster response time. I suspect that the reason why it's going the way it is the enemy didn't send all of their troops and their tanks over in the first wave. Some of them stayed behind. There's a T-50 up there. There's a Wolverine up there. And a lot of enemy tanks stayed over on the other side of the map to contest the ponds, you could say, on the west side of the map. Oh, there's a KV-2. We just lost a Type 64 who happened to be derped. Now this Chaffee, he's trying to exploit the fact that the KV-2's in reload, but if he stays where he is going to get the next shell from that KV-2, and he's going to be sunshine. He's going to be toast. Okay, now the Chaffee can't come around that corner, because if he does, the Wolverine will get him, and here comes the KV-2 to give him an enema. Oh, no. And that was a Hummel, I think. Or was that? No, that was Talon, and unfortunately we lost the Chaffee because he went after the Wolverine, and it paid for it. He paid for it with a 76mm round. KV-2's moving into a position. Talon's going to line him up for a shot. Fires the round in. Oh, kill! Landed it on his engine deck. That means there's just the Wolverine up here now. And our M10, which is basically another Wolverine, is moving up to attack him. So we've got French Wolverine versus American Wolverine. I'm not so sure he's on that corner anymore, though. If anything, he would have pulled back and relocated to a new position. Well, we've done very badly over on the other side of the battlefield, and now the scores are 10-10. So yes, I did warn you, 5 tanks ahead, but now we're actually 1 tank down. It's looking very bad. Talon's got 3 kills already. But he's going to have to go some if he's going to make this a win for his team. And I think he's decided to grip the bull by the horns and ride him cowboy. He's actually going to go into the cap. Yep. He's decided the only way to make this a win is to force the issue, get into the bushes on this side of the map, and start using them. But the problem is there are 2 Arty on the enemy team. One of them's an M41 HMC and the other's an M44, and they've both got 155mm howitzers. Now, it's a high probability that one or both of them are on the other side of the railway track in the north part of the map, on the A line or the B line. Talon's blind firing bushes now in the hope that he can actually connect with the M10. Remember, it's a encounter map, which means it takes twice as long to cap. The unfortunate thing is he's got 2 Arty on his team, 1 light tank, 1 tank destroyer. The tank destroyer is in the north, the light tank is in the south, guarding the south approach. Whilst the enemy, well, they've got 2 light tanks, an MT-25 and a Valentine. Well, the Valentine's slow. MT-25 is quite fast, but it's got a very slow reload. And of course that Wolverine, the M10, the American version. And again, he's blind firing bushes. There's the MT-25. And I think he's going to try and come for a reset, but he gets wiped out by the M10 RBFM. But now we know where the Wolverine is. And the Wolverine is trying to get a shot on him. Oh, mama, can we get a shot into him? No, we just missed it and we lost the M10. So now that means up this road is an M10 that we can't see. We haven't got very good view range as it is. It's only about 260, 265 meters. So he's going to get fairly close, probably hiding behind those wreckage, that wreckage, firing rounds in to try and get resets. Of course, he'll probably think that we might be closer to the west. Oh no, there he is. And this might be a chance. And shotgun. Except of course he did get a reset because the M41 fired in after we've been located. I think it was a proximity detect. But of course now he's got to start capping all over again, and that's around, I think, from the M44 rather than the M41, because it takes forever for the M41 to reload. And Talon is going to have to keep going round and round and round in circles to stop being taken out. Well, he's decided to stop, and the Covenanters found the Valentine. Now we can take this Valentine out if we can get an accurate shot on him. Talon's dialing in and rounds out. This should hit. It does. Wipes him out. It landed on the weak spot. But now Talon needs to move. And he needs to move because he did fire. And the tracer might have been seen by the enemy. Well, the Hummel's moving into position, but now it's Arty versus Arty because unfortunately we lost the Covenanter to the M44. That's the reason why Talon didn't get hit by Arty. The reason he didn't get hit was because Arty wasn't looking at him, they were looking at the Covenanter. Well, the Hummel needs to get into the cap. Talon's moved back to the bushes for concealment and he's probably got a good crew with full camo capability. It means that the enemy Arty are going to have to either try and start blind firing things, or they're going to have to come to the cap and try and find us. And that will give Talon the chance to take one of them out. He's got 5 kills, gets one more, he gets the top gun. He's already racked up quite a number of hit points as well. Here comes the M44. Oh yes, and he gets his top gun the explosive way by wiping out the M44. Now, did the M41 note where that shell came from? Well, we've got 2 in the cap, so if he doesn't come soon, he is going to miss out. And he's going to get capped out. And Talon's loaded, so if the M41 does turn up, he could get his 7th kill. This position he picked in the bushes is actually quite good. "15 seconds to go. This is where it gets tense. Arty versus Arty, and Arty wins either way." Oh, he tried to blind fire, and that means the game is theirs because the M41 fired around in trying to get a reset, and he failed. And there you go. They've capped out to win. So Arty wins for the team. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's a first class tank for Talon 1958 in the Grille. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed to get 11 in that one. He got a high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle overall. And he also picked up a top gun for getting 6 kills by taking out that M44 on the move at the end. Maybe that M44 driver was the only guy who actually had the courage to try and drive in and find out where the guys were. The M41 driver, no, he just tried to blind fire instead, but it did not work. Win 8 for the game, 4,678. Very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go. That's why he got it. That's why he got the high caliber. 1,277 hit points of damage. KB2 only managed 1,261, so he only just beat him. But it's very nice to actually see that he did get the high caliber right at the end with that kill on the M44. He got 6 kills. The highest that the enemy team managed to get was 4, and that was from their M44 and their KB2. And our M10 managed 3. And when it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 840 to Talon, 772 went to the M10 RBFM, and 633 went to the Skoda. Talon fired 18 rounds in that game, got 6 direct hits, 2 penetrations on the enemy, 11 splash. Now I can pretty much guess that it's the T28 that he actually penetrated. No, he didn't. Oh my god, that's news to the books. He didn't penetrate the M8A1. Yes, he did penetrate the M44. Did he penetrate the Valentine? Yes, he did. Yes, he went in through the engine deck, so which is the weakest spot. So yes, understandable if he took those 2 out. Damage of 1,277 hit points, of which 884 were at more than 300 meters. That was the closest one was, of course, that M44 got very close. Oh, well, I should say actually as well that the Wolverine got very, very close as well. He was only inches away from Talon when Talon shotgunned him in the face. He spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 6, and did 119 hit points of damage assistance and 117 hit points of stun assist of 7 stuns, and he got 65 cap points in the cap. So just shy of what he needed to actually get that Invader medal. And when it came to credits, he earned 32,346 from the game, got 50,000 credits from Veni Vidi Vici, so his total 82,346, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he actually took away 73,007 credits, which is very good value for a tier 5 Arty. He got 2 bonds, one for the high caliber, one for the top gun, and 1260 XP times 2 for the first victory. Got 5,000 for completing the mission events, took away 7,520 experience points altogether for the end. Wow, so Arty versus Arty for the win. Yes, it was at the end. It was a bit surprising that the M44 didn't sort of like try and blind fire a couple of times before he made his effort to drive on in. But obviously he probably had to drive on in. He could have guessed where Talon was in the bushes, because after all the M10 found him in the bushes, and they did try to blind fire him after Talon was exposed and he had to move. So I thought they probably would have guessed that he was in those bushes, but there again, I suppose people just don't learn from their lessons, and maybe you want to consider those bushes in future if you happen to be on an encounter battle in steps. So if you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel. Hit that little notification bell so you get alerted when a new video comes out, and thanks for watching.